Good morning students. In this video we will discuss about second type of inflorescence, that is called cymose inflorescence. Cymose inflorescence is also called definite inflorescence, or it is also called determinate. It is also called determinate inflorescence because in this inflorescence the growth of peduncle terminates with a flower. The growth of peduncle terminates with a flower, hence is called definite or determinate inflorescence. And this peduncle when compared to racemose inflorescence, the peduncle has or it bears less number of flowers. All these flowers in the cymose inflorescence, the flowers arranged either basipetally or centrifugally. Basipetally or centrifugal. In cymose inflorescence, the arrangement of flowers either in basipetal succession or in centrifugal succession. In basipetal succession, the peduncle is always elongated. An elongated peduncle, if older flowers towards apex and younger flowers towards base, and this arrangement is known as basipetal arrangement. And basipetal arrangement is exactly opposite to acropetal. In acropetal, and this arrangement is exactly opposite, older flowers at base and younger flowers towards apex. And second one is centrifugal. In centrifugal, the peduncle modified into receptacle. On receptacle, if older flowers towards the center and younger flowers towards the periphery, then the arrangement is called centrifugal arrangement. Centrifugal arrangement is exactly opposite to centripetal arrangement. If in case of cymose, the flowers arranged either acropetal or centripetal succession. In case of cymose, the flowers arranged either basipetal or centrifugal manner. And cymose inflorescence further classified into three types. Cymose inflorescence further classified into three types. First one is monocacial cyme. Monocacial cyme is also called uniparous. It is also called uniparous cyme. This is the first type of cymose inflorescence. In monocacial cyme, it is a type of cymose inflorescence and tip of the mother axis or peduncle terminates with a flower and it produces branches. In monocacial cyme, the peduncle produce branches from only one side, either this side or that side. If this peduncle produce branches from this side, and branches are usually absent in that side. If they are present this side and usually absent in this side. Monocacial cyme further classified into again two types. Monocacial cyme again two types. Helicoid type and second one is scorpoid type. In helicoid type, all the flowers born on one side. This is the main peduncle or mother axis. The tip of the mother axis terminates with a flower and it produces this branch, and branch also terminates with a flower, and branch also produce this lateral branch also produce branches in same pattern. It means all the flowers they are born on one side, and this kind of inflorescence usually found in begonia. This is the one of the example. And second one is scorpoid. This is the mother axis terminates or it ends with a flower and it produces branches in zigzag manner. That's why a flowers born on both sides, this side and this side, flowers born on both sides. And this kind of inflorescence usually present in, some of the examples are Tecoma and one more example is Freesia. So these are the two monocacial branching patterns. Some branching patterns is called helicoid. In helicoid, all flowers born on one side. In scorpoid, flowers born from both sides. So branches, the mother axis produce branches from only one side. That's why it is called monocacial cyme. The second type of cymose inflorescence The second type of cymose inflorescence is called dicacial cyme. dicacial cyme. It is also called biparous. It is also called biparous cyme. Bi or di means two. It means in this inflorescence, the mother axis, the tip of the mother axis terminates with a flower, and it produces only two lateral branches, and the tip of the lateral branches also terminates with a flower, and the process is continued or it is repeated for some times, and these two lateral branches also produce only two lateral branches, and process is repeated for some time. So that's why this dicacial cyme or biparous cyme, it is also called tree-flowered inflorescence. Tree-flowered inflorescence because the main axis or lateral branches, it has only three flowers. The whole inflorescence has only three flowers. Hence, the dicacial or biparous cyme is also called tree-flowered inflorescence, and best example is jasmine. So this is the dicacial cyme. And last type of cymose inflorescence. The last type of cymose inflorescence is polycacial cyme. Polycacial cyme is also called polycacial cyme is also called multiparous. Is also called multiparous cyme inflorescence. In this type, the main axis ends into a flower, and it produces more than two lateral branches. It produces more than two lateral branches, and the process is repeated for some time, and they also produce more than two lateral branches. And this type of inflorescence is called polycacial cyme, and polycacial cyme usually found in some examples like Calotropis, and one more example is Hamelia. So these are the examples for polycacial. If mother axis produce more than two lateral branches, then this type of cymose inflorescence is known as polycacial cyme. So these are the three types of cymose inflorescence. And usually already I told you in the previous video, inflorescence is of three types: racemose inflorescence, cymose inflorescence, and special inflorescence. So first two types are completed, racemose and cymose. Now we'll discuss about third type of inflorescence, that is called special inflorescence. The special inflorescence usually it is due to, the special inflorescence is developed due to condensation. It is developed due to condensation of cluster of flowers, clusters of flowers or group of flowers. If group of flowers condense to form a special kind of inflorescence, then it is called special inflorescence. The special inflorescence usually three types: hypanthodium, verticillaster, and CR. These are the three types of special inflorescence, and these three types of inflorescences are very important for competitive exams. So now discuss all the three types one by one. The first special inflorescence is known as hypanthodium. A special inflorescence, hypanthodium, is also called special inflorescence because this inflorescence is formed due to condensation of three types of flowers. The hypanthodium inflorescence is also called fruit-like inflorescence because in this inflorescence the peduncle store the food material and become fleshy receptacle. And this fleshy receptacle generally it appears like a fruit, and this fleshy receptacle usually has small pore at its apex like this. This is the small apex and this is the fleshy receptacle. And this fleshy receptacle internally it has three types of flowers: male flowers, female flowers, and some sterile flowers, and these sterile flowers are called gallflowers. And male flowers usually present at apex of the pore. These are the male flowers. Male flowers usually present towards apex, and female flowers usually present towards base. And in between these two flowers, some sterile flowers are present, and these sterile flowers are called gallflowers. The hypanthodium inflorescence has three types of unisexual sessile flowers. They are male flowers, female flowers and Gulf flowers. And this is fleshy receptacle. And the fleshy receptacle, it appears like a fruit, hence it is called, hypanthoidium is also called fruit-like inflorescence. And this fleshy receptacle has small pore at its apex, and internally it has three types of flowers. Male flowers at apex, male flowers towards apex, female flowers towards base. In between these two, some Gulf flowers are present. And this type of inflorescence usually it is the characteristic feature of aroid. And some examples of aroidae: fig, people, banyan tree, and all these plants belongs to this family. And hypanthoidium inflorescence usually characteristic feature of aroidae family. This is the first special inflorescence. And second special inflorescence, that is called verticillaster. Second one is verticillaster. Verticillaster, this type of special inflorescence is the characteristic feature of Lamiaceae family. Family Lamiaceae. The previous name of Lamiaceae is Labiate. Lamiaceae family is characterized by a verticillaster inflorescence. And in verticillaster inflorescence, actually, in this inflorescence, the mother axis initially produce dicacial type of inflorescence. This is the mother axis, and it produces two lateral branches. Then dicacial branches, then it ends with monocacial branches. Monocacial, whether it is helicoid or scorpoid pattern. And this type of inflorescence is called verticillaster. Verticillaster inflorescence, simply it is dicacial cyme. Dicacial cyme plus monocacial branches. Dicacial cyme plus monocacial branches is called verticillaster. And this inflorescence is called verticillaster because in this inflorescence the mother axis has two branches. Each branch has 3 to 9 flowers. So each branch has 3 to 9 flowers. So due to overcrowding of flowers, both the branches appear like a single false branch, and this single false branch is called verticille, hence it is called verticillaster. And verticillaster inflorescence is the characteristic feature of Lamiaceae. Simply, in this inflorescence, the mother axis initially produce dicacial branches, then it ends with monocacial branches. And some examples of Lamiaceae family, one example is Ocimum sanctum. Ocimum sanctum is the scientific name of Tulsi. And so one more example is Selvi. So this is the second special inflorescence. Last one is Cyathium. Another special inflorescence is called Cyathium. So Cyathium is also called flower-like inflorescence, and this inflorescence is the characteristic feature of Euphorbiaceae family. One example is Euphorbia, and one more example is Poinsettia. These are the two species which belongs to Euphorbiaceae family. In Cyathium inflorescence, the peduncle is modified into deep cup-like receptacle. And this deep cup-like receptacle, internally it has a large single female flower, and this large single female flower is surrounded by many pedicellate male flowers. Internally, this peduncle has only one female flower. This is female flower, and this female flower usually present towards the center, and it is surrounded by many pedicellate male flowers. And in this inflorescence, the ratio between female and male flower, that is 1:many, or the ratio between male and female flowers, that is many is to 1. Female and male, 1:many. Male and female, many is to 1. So this inflorescence is called Cyathium. Cyathium is the characteristic feature of Euphorbiaceae family. In this inflorescence, the peduncle is modified into deep cup-like structure, and internally it has single female flower and many male flowers. So these are the three types of special inflorescence. So from this video, inflorescence topic is totally completed.